What if the most powerful decisions in ancient Rome weren't made by emperors, but by whispers from the unseen? Prepare to discover how Roman oracles, far from being mere fortune tellers, wielded manipulative power that shaped an empire. You'll be shocked by the dark secrets lurking behind their prophecies. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're peeling back the layers of history to expose something truly fascinating: the hidden world of Roman oracles. Forget the crystal balls and vague predictions you might be picturing. In ancient Rome, oracles were a cornerstone of society, influencing everything from personal matters to declarations of war. But what was really going on behind the curtain of sacred smoke and echoing prophecies? Was it divine communication or something far more calculated? To understand the power of Roman oracles, we first need to travel to places like Cumae, where the famous Sibyl delivered her cryptic verses, or to the grand temple of Apollo at Delphi, which the Romans deeply respected and consulted. These weren't just roadside attractions. They were sophisticated institutions. Pilgrims, generals, and even emperors would travel for days, bringing lavish offerings, all for a chance to ask a single question. The process itself was shrouded in mystery. A priestess known as a Pythia or a Sibyl would enter a trance-like state, supposedly possessed by a god, and utter prophecies. These utterances were often confusing, fragmented, and open to interpretation. And that, right there, is the first key to their power: ambiguity. Let's take a classic example. A king asks if he should go to war. The oracle might reply, "If you cross the river, a great empire will be destroyed." Sounds promising, right? But whose empire? His own or his enemies'? The prophecy was a win-win for the oracle. If the king won, the oracle was praised for its foresight. If he lost, well, the oracle had warned him a great empire would fall. He just interpreted it wrong. This clever use of language ensured the oracle's reputation remained intact, no matter the outcome. But it gets deeper than just clever wordplay. Historians now believe these sacred sites were hubs of information. Think about it. People from all over the Roman world came to these places, sharing news, gossip, and strategic information with the priests while they waited. These priests weren't just spiritual guides. They were intelligence gatherers. They knew about political tensions, military buildups, and economic troubles long before the general public. So when a general came to ask about a campaign, the priests weren't just relying on divine inspiration. They were drawing from a vast network of real-world intelligence. The prophecy given was often a carefully crafted piece of political advice, disguised as a message from the gods. This gave their counsel immense weight. Who would dare defy a direct command from Apollo? This leads us to the darker side of the oracles: manipulation. The priests who interpreted the priestess's mumbles held the real power. They could shape the message to suit their own agendas or the agendas of those who paid them enough. Imagine a wealthy senator wants to block a rival's political ambitions. A generous donation to the temple might result in a prophecy warning against his rival's proposed law. Suddenly, a political maneuver becomes a divine command. There's even evidence to suggest that the trances themselves might not have been entirely supernatural. Early theories pointed to intoxicating gases seeping from the earth, like ethylene, which could induce a euphoric, trance-like state. While modern geological surveys have found some evidence of such gases at sites like Delphi, the quantities are debated. It's more likely a combination of factors was at play: deep psychological conditioning, fasting, sensory deprivation inside dark chambers, and the burning of psychoactive herbs. The priestesses were trained from a young age, conditioned to believe they were vessels for the divine. Their experience was likely very real to them, but it was a state that could be induced and controlled by the priests. This system of control was crucial for maintaining Roman power. The state heavily managed which oracles were official and which were not. Unsanctioned prophecy was a dangerous thing. A prophecy predicting the death of an emperor, for instance, could spark a rebellion. So the Romans established their own official collection of prophecies, the Sibylline books. These were kept under lock and key and were only consulted by a special college of priests in times of extreme national crisis. And here's the most telling part. When the priests consulted the books, they didn't just read a prophecy aloud. They would emerge and declare what actions the gods required to avert disaster. These actions often conveniently aligned with the state's political goals. Need to raise funds for a war? The books might demand a new religious festival funded by a special tax. Need to calm a restless populace? The books might command a public ritual of purification. The Sibylline books were less a tool for seeing the future and more a tool for managing the present, providing divine justification for the government's decisions. The influence of these oracles began to wane with the rise of Christianity. The new faith offered a more direct relationship with the divine, one that didn't require expensive journeys or ambiguous prophecies interpreted by a select few. Emperors like Theodosius I in the late 4th century officially closed the pagan temples, and the great oracles fell silent. Their fires were extinguished and their secrets were buried under centuries of dust. But their legacy is a powerful reminder of how belief can be weaponized. The Roman oracles were masters of psychology, information, and ambiguity. They understood that what people believe to be true is often more powerful than the truth itself. They weren't just predicting the future. They were actively creating it, shaping the destiny of one of the greatest empires the world has ever known, one whispered prophecy at a time. The story of the Roman oracles is a fascinating look into the intersection of faith, power, and deception. It shows us that behind every legend, there's often a complex human system at work, full of secrets and hidden motivations. The whispers from the unseen that guided Rome may not have been from the gods, but from clever men who understood the power of a well-placed word. What do you think? Was it all a brilliant, centuries-long deception, or was there a genuine element of the supernatural at play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the hidden corners of history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.